A client at Fine Law LLC will feel like they are the only client that I have. We strive to provide the very best legal representation that we can using all of the resources available to us. We use the technology to integrate the client's experience and the legal experience into one comprehensive whole. The client is given access to the files that we have. The client can access their documents at any point in time that they wish. I can access the client's information whenever I wish. This way, the client doesn't have to contact me and wait for me to get the documents to them. And very often, there's an immediacy to legal representation. And this use of technology is able to address those issues and is able to provide the best possible legal representation for the client.
When you're in an accident and you're injured, the first thing you should do is seek medical attention. You don't need to worry about ICBC. You've got lots of time to tell them what happened. And once you've got medical attention, you should call a lawyer who's experienced and find out what you should tell ICBC and what you should not tell them. If you hire TellDell, you're hiring our team. And we know what to do. We have a claims manager who was formerly with ICBC for 20 years, dealt with personal injury claims. We have a lawyer who's experienced in trial work. And if ICBC gives us a lowball offer, we'll take them to trial and we won't hesitate. It reminds me of a case we had very recently where ICBC offered us $17,000. We said that's not enough and we went to trial. The judge awarded us $206,000. Now, that's the kind of help you need, and I can assure you that we can provide it.
The Fair Labor Standards Act is a law that says if you work more than 40 hours a week and are covered by the Act, you're entitled to overtime pay, time and a half. It also says that everyone that works has to make at least the minimum wage. Now, not everyone is covered by the Act, but most workers in this country will be entitled to overtime. If you feel that your rights are being denied, the right attorney can help you recover those wages and more. Our team here at Kennard Law is experienced in wage and hour laws, and we handle these types of cases with great success every single day.
My name is Alan Lesch, and I'm the founder of Alan Lesch & Associates. We're 7 lawyers who represent individuals in employment disputes. We represent individuals both in the private sector and in the federal government. For federal employees, we represent them in everything ranging from responding to proposed discipline, to EEO matters, to clearance issues. For individuals in the private sector, we represent people involved in wrongful termination suits, regular discrimination lawsuits, non-compete agreements. I've got nearly 28 years of experience. I sit down and listen. I go over the case with the clients and determine whether or not that there is a valid lawsuit. If there is, I lay out a plan to solve that and a plan to achieve the results that the clients want. We're not interested in process, we're interested in results.
My name is Gary Angeli. I'm a partner in the law firm of Angeli & Gentili. One of the things that we've been doing for over 30 years here at Angeli & Gentili is to help injured workers get back on their feet. And the way we do that is making sure that they get the maximum benefits under the New York State Workers' Compensation Statute. The New York State Workers' Compensation Statute is tricky and it's not easy to navigate the system. But we found with our assistance and our caring and a good client relationship, we've really been able to help people get back on their feet in a way that they never thought possible. I think it's fair to say that we've pretty much seen just about every scenario that one could see under the workers' compensation system. This isn't a business for us, it's a profession. We're here to serve the community and to help people get back on their feet. If that happens for us on any given day, we all feel great here.
Whenever someone's charged with a crime, they have certain rights that are afforded to them. One of the most important rights is they have the right to remain silent. That's the one that's probably most underutilized. Human nature makes us want to help the police and to talk to them and to answer their questions. without even realizing that we might be under an intense investigation at that point in time. So the number one thing I would tell a client is exercise your right to remain silent. They have a right to be represented by competent criminal defense counsel that will help navigate them through the system, that will help protect their rights and help protect their future and their liberty. They have the right to know exactly what they're charged with. And then they have the right that if everything falls apart and if the case isn't dismissed like they think it should be, or it's not negotiated like they think it should be, if the two sides can't reach an agreement, then they have the right to a trial by jury. They have the right to have a jury listen to the facts of the case, determine the credibility of the witnesses, and to render a verdict of guilty or not guilty. And that is the one right we probably hold dear, because we trust a jury of our peers to make the right decision.
If you've been involved in an accident and suffered an injury, the first thing we'd recommend you do is get medical attention. That by far is the most important thing that you can do. It helps you get well, and it also documents the injuries that you have experienced. After that, try and get as much information you can regarding the people involved and or the witnesses that may have seen what caused the accident to occur and or why. The other thing you might want to do is take a look at your income tax, your wage earning history, because those will help us form a complete value of what your case is worth. So when we present it to the jury, they will understand everything you have gone through and everything you've lost. We talk to our clients regularly and routinely. When they're suffering as a result of an injury, we try and help them get medical attention. When they're suffering economically, we do what we can to help them get over and or bridge those areas of economic concern. So we're able to concentrate on the matter at hand, which is trying and resolving their case and getting the verdicts that are necessary to restore them to the place they were before this event happened.
As soon as someone's involved in a trucking collision, they or their family needs to contact an experienced attorney.
The trucking company is going to have people on the scene to put that case together to benefit them and not the person that's been hurt.
You need the same thing. You need an experienced law firm that has handled trucking collisions in the past to represent your interests.
The first thing we do with somebody that's been injured in a trucking accident is to meet with them and find out about them as a person. Then we start lining up our experts and dealing with the trucking company and their experts so that we can start our preparation just as soon as they do.
Our job is to take care of all aspects of the trucking collision so that our client can take care of their medical condition and their injuries.
The thing that makes me the proudest is the results we obtain naturally. We've had some huge jury verdicts as well as settlements, probably some of the largest in this state. It's not a matter of my preference as far as trial or settlement. It's what's best for the client, and that's what we consider here at Hargan, Linehan & Harrington. We care about the people we represent. If they need a trial, we're ready to try it. If the settlement is best for them, then that's what we'll do.
A legal separation is better than a divorce in some instances. In some instances, it's not. There are certain financial advantages to doing a legal separation as opposed to a divorce. For example, parties may want to continue to file joint tax returns, which save them money.
Health insurance reasons, and depending on the age of the parties. If one of the parties wants to stay on the other party's health insurance, they might not be able to if there's a divorce. But with a legal separation, they may be able to stay on that other party's health insurance.
There's also estate planning implications such as the preserving the marital deduction. There's also, for some clients that don't want the stigma of a divorce.
Some people don't believe in divorce, and therefore they would like a legal separation.
Whistleblowers in Louisiana is a new area of the law in employment and a growing area of the law. If someone has knowledge of corporate wrongdoing in their place of employment, you should talk to an employment lawyer and you should call them right away, because there are many steps that you should take to protect your evidence and preserve your claim. The law encourages whistleblowers to come forward. There are rewards that can be gained from reporting illegal activity by your employer, you should talk to the law firm of Robert B. Landry III so that you can get the advice you need to protect your rights.